welcome back to the divination excavation for dig number 4, the secrets of meditation. So in this little dig, I wanted to talk about how I like to meditate. I have always had a very difficult time focusing on a candle flame and just keeping one idea in my mind. So I wanted to give you a few ideas of stuff that you can do that's a little off the beaten path, and I'm sure a lot of people do it this way as well, but this is the way that I have found that works best for me. I really like to do breathing exercises, and when you breathe deeply into your diaphragm and hold it until the count of 5, and then gently and slowly breathe out, and do that 5 times at least, you put yourself in a very peaceful, wonderful trance state of being. And I will be doing a lot of trance work on this channel as time goes on. I went to hypnosis school a long time ago, and it's one of the best things I've ever done for myself. And we are naturally in trance for very big parts of our day. Like anytime you drive somewhere and you don't remember the drive and you just get where you're going, you are in a trance. Anytime you're watching a show that you're really into, you're in a trance state. Anytime you're listening to music and allowing yourself to be kind of taken away emotionally within the music, that is also a trance state. Our society makes things like this very negative and scary and out of reach, and none of that is true. The fact of the matter is a trance state is a very normal, natural state that we all flow in and out of on a daily basis. So it's nothing to be afraid of. We always have our power of choice and our will at the helm of what we're doing. Even when someone else is doing hypnosis on us, no one can make me do anything I don't want to do, period. And that goes for all of us. So let's just dispel the fear right now. Now, the way trance works with meditation is it's another form of being in a trance state of mind. It's just a more socially acceptable word. So the way I like to meditate is I always go places. I'm a very imaginative person, and I can close my eyes and see images in my mind, and I like to go into a natural place. I have gardens that I've created in meditation. I have mountain trails. I have meadows, fields of flowers. I have a meadow that I find myself in a lot, and this meadow, on one end of it, it's like the forest's edge on one side, and then next to the forest's edge is a river. So I like to walk down to the river in my meditation, and I always end up having some guide or another show up. This is just how I meditate. I have a whole world inside of me, and I use my time in meditation to explore that world and to give my inner higher self the opportunity to speak to me, and to also give my guides. I've been doing a lot of guide work over the past few years, and for the majority of my life I never did that. I've always been a prayer, but I've never been someone to work with guides, and that's different now because I've been so into meditation that this is just naturally what happens with me. So when I allow myself to go to these places, excuse me, for example, let's talk about the meadow. There is a male guide, and he's a black man inside my inner world, and his nickname is Link. I like to call him Link because he links me to the spirit world, and he's always got such wisdom to share with me. And he'll come, he'll show up, and sometimes we'll just sit in the meadow together and trade information. It's mostly him giving me information, and he will give me wisdom. And then other times we will go by the river and hang out by the river and just be together and be in all the beauty of nature. And then there are other times yet still where this particular guide will grab me by the hand and he will take me to hidden places that are so magical and so powerful. We've swam in the depths of the river together where there's all kinds of amazing creatures and healing waters and healing air, everything within my inner universe. And you know, guys, this is the first time I've shared this parts of my inner journeys out loud to an audience, and it's kind of scary for me, but at the same time it's so powerful that I want to share it. And most of my guides are like, oh, you can talk about me, tell people about me, invite people to use me, meet me, come with me and journey with me. And then other guides are just very private and they're personal relationships that I have. So, but I'm telling you that this world, this inner world is available to all of us, and everybody's inner world is different, of course, because each and every one of us is different. So of course it's going to be different. And you know, this man Link he has taught me so many powerful lessons, and he's always trying to get me to understand that as long as I breathe and I trust myself, that I'm going to get myself through any situation beautifully, beautifully, and powerfully. And he is a constant guide in my life that is always so loving to me and good to me and caring to me, and there are many, many others. And I invite you to try this style of meditation because it has been life-changing for me, and it goes against all of our training. You know, we're trained to chase the money, we're trained to act like we're all tough and all that and a bag of chips, and all that's great because you need a lot of that stuff to get along in society. But I'll tell you what, when you give yourself the gift of being able to go to your own inner world on a regular basis, you will be amazed at the things that will come up for you. You will be amazed at the messages that come up for you. I also, like if I'm going through a dark night of the soul type situation where I'm in a lot of anger, or I'm in a lot of fear, or I'm in a lot of pain, I will go into meditation and I will ask my pain or my anger or my fear to tell me what it needs to tell me. And I give those dark aspects of myself a voice. And for me, for the last few years, you know, I hang out with people who talk a lot about prayer and meditation. And one guy I know used to say, your prayers are your thoughts and your meditations are your actions. And I love that. I totally love that, and that works. But what I've been doing for the past few years are, my prayers are me speaking to my guides and speaking to spirit and speaking to my higher self. And my meditations are listening. It's me cultivating this powerful tool of listening. One of the most powerful things we can do in life is learn how to listen. And I have taken this so seriously, and I learn how to listen with my ears and my eyes and my nose and taste and touch, but I especially over these, you know, and it's been pretty recent for me, but I have really cultivated the art of learning how to listen with my heart and getting my ego and my fear and all that BS out of the way so that I can actually hear what's being said to me on a higher level. And it has been profound for me. I have been afraid to be out here with my spiritual life, and I've hidden it, and I've said it before, but I've hidden a few times in life because I'll talk like this and the people around me will be like, you're really weird, and today my thought on that is, well, thank you so much, because it is a compliment. I like weird. I like different. I like people stepping off of the well-beaten path onto a trail of their own. And I especially like it when they're brave enough and generous enough to share that stepping out on their own with me, because I have grown so much from listening to spiritual people and from listening to the world around me. And this is all meditation for me. So it's kind of a different little way to look at meditation. It's very freeing for me, because I always had the idea that if I was going to be a meditator, that I had to be locked into being able to focus on my breath. And maybe that will come. Maybe someday that will come and I will be able to be a guru of gurus. But today, what I'm really concerned with is listening. I'm concerned with hearing the messages that are coming through me and to me from my inner world, the messages of love and adventure and creativity and innovation and expansion, and being able to be surrounded by light beings whenever I want. Because when I go into my inner world, there are millions of light beings in my inner world, and they are so, I'm gonna cry, I don't want to cry, but they're so full of this incomprehensible level of love for all of us. And all we got to do is try to access it, because it's available to each and every one of us. So I'm getting way emotional over this topic, but this is why I started this channel, is because I wanted to get to the meat of living a spiritual life and stepping into your own power. That's a big theme of mine these days. I am constantly reminding myself to step into my power, and now I'm saying it to you. I'm saying it loud and proud. Step into your power. And for me, one of those ways of stepping into my power is going into meditation and listening to these beings and listening to these aspects of myself, that if I just give them space to be heard, that I feel more valued when I value myself in that way. And I walk through life with a higher sense of value, a deeper sense of value. And how people look at me, especially the ones that are looking at me in a negative light, doesn't affect me near as much as it used to before I started this practice of meditation. So, some people may call it guided meditation, visualization. All of those terms work and all of those terms fit. This is just how I do it. And I invite you to try it my way to see if it works for you. Because when you try somebody else's way, the beauty of that is you find your own way. You get a jumping off place by listening to other people and how they do it. At least that's how it works for me. And I just can't, I'm going to talk more about this as time goes on. We're going to be doing a lot of deep spiritual work and digging up a lot of treasures on these excavations. And this is a treasure to me, a very deep and profound treasure to discover and spend time in this inner world that I have, between my ears and in my heart. And I really feel that it's, I can just go there whenever I want. I can go there when I'm feeling good. I can go there when I'm feeling scared. I can go there when I'm feeling sick or angry or any of that stuff. If I'm like physically not feeling well, whatever the case may be, all of those beings are waiting for me all the time just to give me their love and strength. And they're waiting for all of us, is what I'm finding. So I hope you get something out of this. And I just want to say that I bought a microphone for this camera of mine, and it doesn't take it. So I'm getting a new camera, and I know that my sound quality is not up to par, but I am constantly making improvements. I have another channel called The Art Archaeologist, and I do a lot of art tutorials on that channel, so I invite you to check that out. But I'm constantly getting lighting, and now I'm going to get a new camera with a really nice microphone, and I think it's going to be just the ticket for me. So hang in there with me through my techie challenges, please, because it's really about the information, and I want to present the information to you in a beautiful, warm, and inviting way. But sometimes I'm challenged, especially technologically. Oh, that's a mouthful. So stick with me, and I will stick with you, and we're going to have one hell of an adventure, and we're going to have one heck of a good time too. And you're going to take the tools that I give you here, and you're going to expand and, you know, comment on the stuff that you do, because I am so open to hearing from other people. Spirit speaks to me through other people, and we are truly all in this together. And so I'm really glad that you came and visited my channel today, and I would ask that you like and subscribe. I would so very much love to have you back, and we're going to have a great time. So I'm wishing you a very happy and plentiful day, and I will see you next time.